Hello and welcome back to Planet Crafter. In the last episode, we made a ton of teleporters all over the place to all of our major resource gathering locations, for the most part. Huge. We also made a ton of nuclear reactors. That was like most of the episode, but it was such a huge technological leap for us that that was probably the single most effective episode that we've done. Now, something I want to do for this episode is I want to expand our auto crafting setup. For example, this, as soon as we just dump sulfur into the box to my left, which now we can get more easily, it'll just spit out explosive powder. This one just crafts bacteria sample as it collects stuff from the boxes around me. Fantastic. We're just gonna have this stuff available. I want to be able to auto craft a lot more of this stuff. That's a goal of mine, so I wanna make more of these auto crafters. Before we get there, we only have 67 kilowatts available, so we really can't make that unless we make more nuclear reactors, and we don't have any more sulfur to do so. So we're gonna hold off on that. The next thing that I did wanna do is this blueprint microchip. Let's just start right off with that. It might give us something good. Microchip construction menu filter. Hides lower tiers of items from the construction menu. Okay, let's try it. We need magnesium and silicon. The next thing that I want to do now is the T3 GPS satellite and other satellites. Let me show you. I'm gonna come on over here and right here. T3 GPS satellite, we need a rocket engine, 2 microchip compasses, osmium, and super alloy rod. None of these are hard to get. We can make all of them very easily. Let's just do it. We've been sitting on it for a little while, and I think we might as well. And the other thing is I want to make some heat multiplier. So we'll do that next. That's just super alloy, rocket engine, and 3 cobalt. All right, we're gonna need a lot of these rockets. So let's grab a lot of these rockets. We have an osmium. I think we're good there. We need a super alloy rod. So super alloy rod, and then 2 microchip compasses. Microchip compass is silicon, magnesium, aluminum, aluminum. Should be good. Now if I go microchip, and we can launch this guy. Anyone remember? I think it was two super alloy and rocket and 3 silicon, is that right? I think that was for the heat rocket, which, for the record, I want to show you why I'm doing it. Heat generation is plus 200%. If we give that 2 more rockets, heat rockets gets us plus 4,000%, which literally doubles the heat generation, which should help us with the terraformation stage increase and our terraformation index score in the top right corner. That's really what at least some of this episode is going to be about, is finding ways to just try to exponentially increase that. First thing, we'll go T3 GPS satellite. That just gives us, yeah, see that? Just gives us that. It already took effect, T3 GPS. So we can see pretty far. Sometimes that zoom's nice because, you know, then we can see. Man, this goes back far. I bet you could get all in here. Should look into that. Now, if we do this guy, which is, it's actually the pressure multiplier. I was wrong. So I'm actually gonna go down and get the cobalt instead. I do wanna do pressure as well. So I'll do, you know what, I'll do both, I think. All right, so we can launch 4 rockets total, 2 heat, 2 pressure, 1 heat. And again, the total of these 2 heat means that it will, yeah. Oh no, not again. I did it again. Oh crap. I'm sorry. That's not gonna work. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Something tells me that they're not making it up into the atmosphere. Oh! Hey, they made it. Nope. I'm hoping that my terraformation index, you know, starts to increase pretty soon. This is a pressure multiplier. Go ahead, up. Come on. Go, 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 go. Okay. There's another one. Okay. Now let's take a look at our generation, right? Because we're plus 400% here, we're plus 800% here. Oxygen is plus 400, plants are plus 5,000. I mean, heat is, I'm sure it's all moving, but my terraformation index is still just crawling. So the next thing that we're gonna do, and let me just take a look here, because this is biomass stuff, so we really didn't do anything with biomass. The next thing here is the tree spreader, T3. We'll get there, right? Osmium rod, fusion energy cell, these are cool things. Drone station, that's really cool. Water life collector's interesting, and then this pressure thing we really want, but I mean, boy, it's impossible to get there. So I'll tell you what we wanna do next. I'm gonna go over to a wreckage. Let's empty my inventory first. The reason I wanna do that wreckage is we have the deconstruction chip now, which is a big deal. That T2 deconstruction chip should, in theory, allow me to deconstruct some of the component waste, or basically the components, so that I can make this. Whatever the trade space rocket is, I really want to know what that is. I've been holding on to that for a long time now. It said, if you read it, and I can show you it in a second, check these trees out. It says, if you read it, it potentially unlocks additional craftable thingies, like craftable, not recipes, but recipes. So I'm looking for like server racks. I swear there were like server racks. Oh yeah, there you go. So this should give me circuit board. 4. Okay, so that's 4 circuit boards. Let's see if there's anything else. I'd like to deconstruct this fully. Okay, actually that's all that it looks like we can deconstruct here. Oh, never mind. Nice. Bunch of circuit boards. I really believe that that's going to be important for us. I already went this way. And again, it allows us to make that trade port, which it does take a lot of energy, so I'll need a couple of nuclear reactors to make it happen. But I have a feeling that that's going to be really important for us. Okay, I have 67 available. I need more reactors. So I actually need 2 nuclear reactors, unfortunately. That shouldn't be a problem though. We can use our newfound, from last episode, teleportation system to go to sulfur. Because that's really all we need. If I come up here and I go, just take all this sulfur and then jump on back to home. You don't know how good that feels. That is so satisfying to just do that and get my stuff. We need this should work, right? No. Why? Because iridium, we need some raw iridium, which I would need to do this. Good. We'll throw that in here, and now we need 2 of these. So we should get 2, right? Just like this. 1, 2. Good. So we need this. So bunch of water. We need 6 water. And then we can make the trade rocket thing, and we'll see what that does. I'm just littering the ground with nuclear reactors. Trade space rocket. Super alloy rod uranium. This is easy. 2 uranium and a super alloy. Let's get the rocket engine. Good. Now let's put trade space rocket. This is gonna be a big boy, isn't it? Yeah, we could put it there. Okay. It's not the most glamorous, but it works. What's going on here? Show interface. Build a space trading rocket. Cookie. Increases running speed for a small period. Okay. So we can buy items and blueprints. Cooking station. We can make a cooking station, smart fabric, customizable sofa, customizable bed, pressure multiplier fuse, interplanetary trading, base trading. Cooking station seems good. Tree seed, that's a 600% oxygen multiplier, 1400% insect multiplier, butterfly, T2 storage locker. That's probably great. Production multiplier fuse, energy multiplier fuse. Wow, I want that. That's a 150% power multiplier. T2 drone. I didn't know you could do drones. Holographic projector, fountain, and living compartment with dome. Cool. So can I sell stuff? How do I sell stuff? Oh. Okay, well, so I did not understand how that worked, and I sent that's right. Okay. I don't quite understand. I think I might have to like literally load it up. Like I think I have to click on it and load my items into the rocket, then launch it in order to get stuff. So it's good to know. I mean, that's a pretty big deal, right? I think the next thing I want to do, there's actually two things I want to do. Is one is the outdoor farm, make a little bit more consistent food of different types. I think it'll grow more than one, etc. And fertilizer, T2 fertilizer, and super alloy. And then, like I said, the other thing is the auto crafters that I want to do here. 305 available power. I have plenty of power. So let's do this. Bee larva is over here. Probably need 2 incubators eventually. Uncommon larva, mutagen, and fertilizer. Uncommon larva, mutagen, and fertilizer. Fertilizer is algae, sulfur, eggplant. Mutagen is bacteria sample, methane, and sulfur. Okay, uncommon larva, mutagen, and fertilizer. Mutagen and fertilizer. Okay, that one's relatively fast. While that's rolling, I'm gonna make an auto crafter. I have the energy for it. Osmium, super alloy rod. I wanna make this for, okay, put you there. I'm gonna make this for fertilizer. Algae, sulfur, eggplant. I have to put it over here because it has to reach those boxes. There's probably a better spot for it eventually, but as soon as we put some more sulfur and algae in, of which we'll talk about in a second, we're good there. The bee is 87%. We should be almost done here. Okay, we've got bee larva, so we know it's these 3, and we'll research. We should get the second bee pretty quickly. What else do we need for that? Fertilizer, T2 fertilizer, and super alloy. Actually, that's a little bit of a problem because we need eggplant, sulfur, and then 3 again. Okay. And now we just need we actually need another one of these and a T2. So squash, methane. Man, these T2s are kind of difficult. We need 1 more algae, of course, and then 2 more eggplant. So algae is our limiting factor. We got to make a lot more algae. We got the bee, and now we can do the T2, or the T1, and we just need 1 super alloy, and we're good to go. Okay, so the outdoor farm, I mean, we're gonna put it here, and now, yeah, so we just put the seed that we want grown. So let's make what? I guess beans. Right? Growth, 2%. It generates insects and plants as well. So we'll see. I mean, it grows pretty fast. We'll see what happens. Okay, fantastic. So that is pretty good for us. We can make a silk generator. We don't really need a silk generator, to be honest with you. The other thought would be more rockets. Yeah, let's make a bunch of rocket engines. We'll just make a bunch more rockets. The reason being, more rockets we make, the more we can increase these things. So oxygen, plants, pressure. I kind of feel like we do plants. That's the thing that maybe will generate the most, but hold on. You know what? Let's just make a crap load of pressure. Pressure is already at A, so we need like 8 more to really make a big difference, unfortunately. But I really want that T2 ore extractor. Not that I like particularly need it. Let me see, plants plus 5. Okay, let me take a look at the rockets. I might either do plants or, okay, fine, we'll do plant. So we need rocket engine, 2 super alloy, fertilizer, lerma, and tree bark. I don't know how many lerma I have, which might be a limiting factor, but otherwise, we just need to make a whole bunch of rockets anyway. So iridium, uranium, and super alloy. How much electricity do we have? Not much. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 rocket engines. We also have not enough super alloy. We actually need super alloy for this rocket to begin with. So we're gonna have to, okay, we need 1 more, which requires just 2 more eggplant. So that's a problem. Eggplant is obviously our issue currently. So let's grab an eggplant seed. We're gonna swap out the seeds here. Eggplant is obviously our limiting factor. So we need 3 tree bark and 3 lerma. And it might be a limiting factor anyway. 1, 2, 3 lerma. That might be all we have. Whoa, fertilizer, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we get 1 more, if we have 1 more lerma, we're actually good. Lerma, oh, well, there you go. Here's 4 plant rockets, just like that. We're just mass producing rockets at this point. Plant multiplier, yeah. I mean, we have to, right? This is, space occupied. Oh my god. What have I done? There you go. That's just a bad situation altogether. Very good. So we have doubled plant generation. And did we get back this yet? We did. Yeah, see, open trade space rocket. I see. We can get, see this? We can get tokens from all this stuff. Fabric, which I didn't really previously hold value in, is actually 8 Terra tokens. Fabric's very valuable. Rocket engine's very valuable, but hard to get. High quality food is easy for me to make, and it's 7. Might want to consider mass producing this, or mass producing fabric. I can also really get uranium rods. Okay, so I think we want to start doing this trading. We're gonna not worry about that for right this second, but in the very near future. We did double our plant generation, which should be having an impact now. Yeah, it's moving. It's just not super satisfying. It is plus 10,000. All right, I think I just need to keep making rockets. So that's something. All right, I think that'll do it. We made a bunch more nuclear reactors. We got some more auto crafting going. We got, what else? We got the trade ship rocket, which is kind of cool. We got all of our teleportation up. We need to put more auto crafters down. We also need to just continue cranking through rockets. So I'm probably going to do a little bit off, recording, just collecting resources, making those reactors again, and then just making a ton of rockets to go up into space to increase that. I'll leave any building of new materials or whatever for when I'm actively playing with you guys. Otherwise, yeah, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and welcome to apparently the green snow. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.